If you don't take profits in crypto, you will forever be a loser. And as Brad Pitt once famously said in the movie Troy,
take it, it's yours!
And you really can't say it any better than that. If you never sell, if you never lock in any profits, you're never gonna make any money, and you're gonna get slam dunked on like Shaq on Chris Dudley, and you're gonna be so upset and so frustrated that you're gonna throw the ball back at Shaq, aka crypto, in a way that you're gonna go for the revenge trade out of frustration and just lose even more. And as we've seen time and time again in crypto, if you don't lock in those profits, you're gonna lose it all very, very quickly. We just went through a trade on BNB where I locked in $28,000. And if I didn't just act swiftly, that would all be in a negative position right now. So let's take a look at what's going on in crypto. Let's take a look at this BNB trade and how me and my students as well made tens of thousands of dollars in a very short amount of time before Shaq came in and slam dunked on everybody. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's get a 10% like to follow ratio. I think we got like 7,300 followers, subscribers on this channel right now, my brand new channel. So we need like 720 likes on this video. You guys have been slacking a little bit on the last previous videos. And I know you probably all got slam dunked on. A lot of you guys did, which is understandable. So this video is going to be very beneficial for you to understand why it's so important to lock in profits when you have them. Because I can guarantee probably 95% of you who are watching this right now just got slam dunked on in the crypto markets because alts are down big. So let's talk about it and drop a like and let's continue. So taking a look at BNB's chart here, what do we see? This was when I was sending out the alert. We can go back to my initial alert here, which was buying BNB, 1% risk, stop and close below 580, entry at 607. And we can see the chart here, about 606, looking for this to potentially go upwards of $800. But the most important and crucial thing that you see here, guys, is that I'm not waiting for $800 and 800 only. I'm going to lock in gains here, 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 and here, because I have no idea how high this is going to go, or if crypto is just going to slam dunk on everyone's faces like it does so many times. And all it gives you is just a little bit of profits, and nobody is ever satisfied. Once things start going in your direction, rather than locking in profits, you get a little bit more hopium, a little bit more fantasy about how much higher it could actually go. You start thinking about, well, I put my profit target at 800. Now that things are really hyped up and everybody's talking about it, maybe you'll go to 1,000. So I'm not going to lock in profits at 800. I'm going to wait to 1,000. And then next thing you know, everything comes dumping back on your face. You never locked any gains in. And now you're at a losing position and you're throwing basketballs across the court at people because you're so fucking frustrated. And that's pretty much happens time and time again. And I say this out of personal experience from me personally going through that time and time again. Brief interruption here, guys. Did you know that 75% of traders have accounts under $25,000? This creates a huge problem because even if you double that account in a year, which is almost impossible, you're still only making $25,000. Introducing Hydra Funding, where you can potentially get access up to $500,000 in capital. All you have to do, guys, is sign up for a challenge account, which is going to give you potentially access up to $500,000. And if you earn a 10% profit in this demo account without going into a 5% loss overall or a 4% loss in a day, you will then pass their evaluation phase and yes, get access to an account with the selected size account. And now, instead of trying to double a $10,000 account, you could potentially earn only 10% on a $100,000 account to earn the same level of profits. And the benefits of this are huge. Rather than risking your entire $10,000 on one account, you can use just $1,000 to potentially get access to $100,000 in capital. You can trade crypto, Forex, stocks, CFTs, gold, oil, everything under the sun, all on MT4 and MT5. If you're interested, if you have an account under $25,000, like 75% of traders out there, you're not going to make any money with that account because it's too small. Get access to pro level funding and pro level capital with Hydra Funding. Link's going to be below. Even recently, where I get a little bit too hyped up, oh, things are looking good, guys. Charts are looking magnificent. And then nope, here comes the fucking Rainmaker and just starts raining on everybody's parade. So when I look at this chart here on BNB, this is what I call a kryptonite breakout, a huge lead-in trend that's bullish, followed by a flat top triangle breakout, a breakout above this level at about 630, where it's tested 1, 2, now 3 times. A trigger over that level should anticipate a big spike. Now, we can look at this from just a pure technical analysis standpoint where we take the actual low of the actual formation of the triangle, extend it to the neckline, and we can extend that from the actual breakout point, and that would give us a potential target of, roughly 760, which the next whole number just below that was about 800, which is why I put the top profit target at about 800. But that doesn't mean at all in any way, shape, or form that it has to do any of this. It could just roll over from here and do absolutely nothing and dump, break down below the 50-day moving average, break below this recent low structure, and that's it. Party's fucking over, right? It doesn't fucking matter what is happening now. Things can drastically change tomorrow. Just as we saw in altcoins this week, altcoins are down 50, 60%, maybe 50, not 60. Some are probably down 60, but it's more like 40 to 50% on a lot of altcoins within the last 10 days. Whereas 10 days prior, things were looking like this, getting ready for an all-time high breakout to just pump to the moon and looking great. Now, if we look forward here, what happened next was I was getting long here at about 607 with anticipation of it breaking out above the actual trigger at 634 and then getting some sort of spike above that. How high it goes, I have no fucking clue. I have no idea what's going to happen. All I can do is lock in profits as they come along the way up and ensure that I'm going to make money along the way. Whether it goes all the way to my top target at 800, I don't know. I'm not going to wait for only that to happen. And then if that doesn't happen, I make zero or even lose money. I will take some profits here all the way up to there. And then I'll move my stop up along the way. So if we look at what happened next, boom, just a quick profit right in there. 0.25 hit, 0.5 hit, and then almost upwards of 720 hit. And then we had that big liquidation day where alts dropped 20 to 30 to 40% in a single day. BNB held its ground quite well. I had already locked in profits here, and then I locked in the last remaining gains here at about the 680s. I think we can see what my average exit was here. So we can see that's what happened first. This is the pre-breakout chart. This is the chart now. Afterwards, my average exit was 687. Average entry was 614 because I did add small after it started pumping into this level, getting ready to the breakout. So also, first and foremost, I would rarely ever buy something up here after it's already broken out. For me, the train has already left the station. You're jumping on a speeding bullet and you can easily just get burned or try to latch on this train. You're like, on the fucking side of it. And you can just fall off just like we saw here, right? Whereas here, you can get in pre-breakout prior to things actually moving. The train is stopped at the station right here, waiting like, hey guys, we're getting ready to leave. So if you want to get on, now's the time before this thing starts moving and you have to chase alongside of it and try to jump on. So that's what I did. I got in pre-breakout when the train was stopped at the station, anticipating because this was a very bullish chart, had retested 1, 2, 3. Fourth time is probably going to be that trigger. Typically, it's either the third, fourth, or fifth time that breaks out. Typically, you want to see the first, second, and third, and then the fourth is going to be the most powerful. If it fails here for the fourth time, now it's kind of like, okay, maybe this isn't going to work out, and we're going to actually see a rollover from here, or it's going to be less powerful. So I'm always in when the train is stopped at the station. I don't want to chase a moving train because I have no idea if it's going to turn into a false breakout and rip to the downside. By the time people are getting all FOMO'd and buying in here, I'm already locking in my first TP at 0.25, okay? Because I have no fucking idea what's going to happen after this. But we can see what happens a lot of times in crypto. And I don't know how many millions of dollars I've given away in open profits because I didn't take TP 0.25 and TP 0.5 because I was going for 0.75 and 1 up here and then not locking any gains. The next thing you know, I'm at a loss. And I gave back $30,000 to $50,000 in open profits that I could have had. And that's happened to me. Like I said, I get caught up in this as well. And I've been doing this for 20 years. So there's so many times where I've been up big in profits, just like you guys, I'm sure. And then you see this happen. And there's nothing worse than this happen. This is you being Chris Dudley throwing basketballs at Shaq. And that does not feel good in any way, shape, or form. So the most important thing you can ever do is what I like to do is lock in gains on a grid. Lock in a fucking quarter. Lock in another 50% up here. And if it does just go fucking stratospheric moon boy off your fucking tits to the moon here, at least you still have a bag that's riding. But 9 times out of 10, it's going to do this, okay? So at least 9 out of your 10 trades, let's lock in some gains. and stop going through this emotional roller coaster, Chris Dudley style, throwing basketballs across the fucking court. Okay? So it's so important that you're locking in gains every step of the way, no matter what kind of market we're in, because yeah, you see moves like this and you're like, man, why did I fucking lock in gains down here and here and here? It went all the way up to fucking here. I could have been rich and now it's up here. You can't time this. You're never going to time it. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, all your trades are going to just do this and dump on your face. And so you could have a shitload of profits over the course of years. Look at this. Look how long this fucking did nothing. But there's probably a lot of money to be made on those short-term spikes and short-term patterns that turn into false breakouts. But you were waiting for this for 2 years and gave back how much? Hundreds of thousands, $2 million or some shit, whatever it is, throughout this period because you were trying to go for this the entire time that never came, right? So that's all I got to say, guys. Lock in gains. It's not yours until you lock it in. Timing the big moves is extremely difficult. So if you're going to try to time these big moves, why are you even watching this video? You should be hodling and never even looking at your account ever. You shouldn't even be watching YouTube videos. You should just be holding and fucking at your day job, not watching this video. But if you're here to make short-term gains, lock it in and walk away, that's what you need to do. You need to lock in gains every step of the way. And I know it's difficult it's extremely easy to be greedy. And once things start pumping, you start thinking about what things have done in the past. And you're like, oh, well, what if it repeats that? It's not going to happen 9 times out of 10. So 9 out of those 10 times, lock in gains. For that 10% time that it actually does go on the big, juicy run, you can still take advantage of it. You're just not going to win as big on that one, okay? Because you locked in some profits along the way up, and that's fine. At least you're continually growing your account instead of going through these fucking massive emotional roller coasters, because by the time this one even comes, you're so emotionally damaged by how many times you got fucked over and Shaquille O'Neal'd upon in this move that you're not going to even take advantage of this move anyways because you're an emotional wreck, okay? So that's all I got to say about BNB. Awesome trade. Perfect flat top breakout. Kryptonite, boom. 28K profit. See here, just cashed in 8K on BNB, still up 40K, up P&L running. Hopefully he locked in some gains there. You can see he was up 41,000 when BNB was up here. And he started locking in gains. So that's what I like to see. Tebow. We also see, I think he was in here on BNB. Yeah, 196% on BNB. Who else we got? 233%. Cha-ching. BNB, 200. Not so bad overall. Koloski. So other students locked in gains and made some bank, but I know a lot of students in here probably got a little greedy and didn't follow my lead to the T and got rained upon because altcoins did just get absolutely dumped on this week. So anyways, what's the rule of the day, guys? Lock in gains along the way. Stop going for that big win because 9 times out of 10, it's not going to happen. And due to the fact that you went for it every single trade, by the time that big move even comes, you're not even going to fucking have any capital left to trade it because you're an emotional disaster and gave back all your gains on all your fucking trades for the last 2 years. Anyways, that is a wrap for today, guys. Let's get 720 likes on this video. Why not? If you're watching the video, it's simple. It's a simple like, and it's probably to get at least a couple thousand views minimum. So if you're watching it, pretty easy to drop a like. Just saying. Love you guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.